Hello, welcome to The Voice of Todd. I'm Tom, and today I want to talk about the Halo TV series. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm very worried. Let's start with the cast. So I've brought up IMDb. I don't know how much you can see. Let me zoom in. Okay. I'm just going to run through a few names here on the cast, and this probably isn't everybody. I don't think everybody's been announced, although a lot of the series has apparently been filmed already. I do know that they're back in filming. There was a picture of Pablo Schreiber, who's playing Master Chief, with a really cool looking half Mjolnir. It looked kind of like the Halo 4 helmet, half mask for the COVID stuff. But we'll touch on a few key things here. Pablo Schreiber, Master Chief, no problem with that. I like Pablo, he's a very good actor. I've seen him in quite a few things. I'm fine with that as long as Chief keeps the helmet on. We cannot have Master Chief showing his face. We'll see. Part of my worry is that this is Chief focused. I don't know what time period it's set in. I've not really looked into that side of it and the plot details for what we know, because I'm not interested. Hopefully they do Chief right. 343 haven't yet. Post Halo, well, I mean in Halo 4 they tried to make him more human. And I played the campaign twice. Played the campaign twice in Halo 4, and it was fine, I enjoyed it. I need to go back and see how they handled Chief in that. But the people that are putting this show together, Secret Hideout, and I'll touch on them later, don't know how to write strong male characters from everything that I've seen. So you either have Chief as a bit part character and keep him low key, or you have him as the big main guy and everything revolves around him, like the Mandalorian, but his helmet does not come off. That's the only way that you can do Master Chief right for me. Shabana Azmi, I'm going to butcher some of these names, I'm really sorry. Admiral Margaret Parangovsky, fine, no problem. It fits with what we know about Parangovsky. I've never seen any of her work. I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. Especially as we don't have any trailers to see what any of these people are like in the roles, or any episodes yet. But I would have preferred the actress that plays Christian Avasarala from The Expanse. She's perfect Parangovsky for me. But she's busy doing The Expanse, which is a much better TV show than this is going to be. So yeah, that's fine. No thoughts on Riz 028. Riz is a real character. She's in boot camp with John and the rest of the Spartans as their kids. It looks like, I mean, we've got Riz, we've got Vanek 134, we've got Kai 125, and down here we've got Soren 066. It looks like we've got a pre-made fire team here. Hopefully we'll just get the focus on them. They're probably going to be masked up most of the time, or helmeted up most of the time anyway, so that's fine. I've got no thoughts on that. Dr. Miranda Keyes. Miranda Keyes is a ship captain. We'll have to see. Olive Grey. See if this loads. I mean, yeah. She looks close enough in a portrait there. I'm not going to get too hung up on people's ethnicities or how they look. It's more about how the characters are written. If you do Miranda Keyes right, and she is a ballsy, heroic female, if you can instill that in the character, I'm fine. But this is more about the writing for me than how they look. But yeah, no problems there. Natasha McElhone, sorry. She's not Cortana anymore, she's just going to be playing Catherine Halsey. She looks the part. I've never been convinced that she is as good an actress as people say she is. She hasn't wowed me in any of the things that I've seen her in, and that's probably because she's played the bit part romance, or the wife who's pushed in the sidelines. I think she was in Designated Survivor with Kiefer Sutherland. I don't really remember her character, to be fair. She was also in Californication with David Duchovny, I think. And again, she was the ex-girlfriend bit part romance. Didn't do any favours for me. If there's things out there that she's amazing in and I just haven't seen, tell me in the comments, because I can't really make an informed decision outside of what I've seen. But fine. I'm willing to give her the chance. Jen Taylor is voicing Cortana. That's how it should always have been. That's how it should always be. We will see. Next one I want to touch on. Captain Keyes. The Captain Keyes. Good old Jacob. Danny Sapani's playing him. He's been in shows that I've seen. The cast is very British. I haven't got a problem with that. That's fine, as long as they do a good job. He's been in, he was a bit part in Black Panther. He was in episode 8, Last Jedi. He's been in Killing Eve. I haven't seen anything past season 1, so I couldn't tell you. What else have I seen? Penny Dreadful. I think I watched that. In fact, actually, that's his profile picture, isn't it? Yeah, sure. I'm willing to give him a go. For me, the perfect Captain Keyes is Stephen Lang. Just bring up his details here. You'll know Stephen Lang from Avatar, but that's Keyes. That's the perfect Keyes. In my head, anyway. So that's touching on the cast. I don't want to talk about the story. I have heard recently that it's going to follow more along the game canon than we thought. Obviously some things will be changed, but this is where my big worry comes from. And I'm just going to bring this across here. Part of the development, you may have heard of them, it's Secret Hideout. Secret Hideout are a film and television company, although they're now really just television, founded by Alex Kurtzman, the man who murdered Star Trek. Let's look at what they've done. The Mummy, with Tom Cruise, one of the worst films I've ever seen. Star Trek Discovery. Unfortunately, I've seen 2 seasons of this. I watched the first episode of season 3. That's on recently on Netflix, if you have any vague interest in watching shit burn. It's terrible. It's not Star Trek, and it's just a badly written TV show all round. Short Treks ties in with Discovery and all the stuff that they're wanting to do in the Star Trek cinematic universe that they're putting together. Not seen any, don't care. Picard. The legendary Starfleet captain, Jean-Luc Picard, back out of retirement. And this is the story that they want to tell with Patrick Stewart at the helm. I watched 5 episodes and gave up because I couldn't watch any more. Lower Decks is, I think that's the animated thing. It's an American adult animated TV series about Star Trek as a comedy. Doesn't interest me. I've heard it's better than the other Star Trek that they've put out. Doesn't interest me at all. So all that they've really done, Salvation, I don't think I've seen it. I think it's on Amazon Prime over here in the UK. But if it's by Secret Hideout, I have no interest. And they're doing Halo. One of the things that I love more than anything else, I think the only thing I love more than Halo is Firefly. But this worries me. it's not just Secret Hideout. This is Kyle Killen. He is one of the writers and producers. Lone Star, heard of, not seen. Awake, 2012. Short-lived series. He created Mind Games for ABC, never heard of it. He wrote a film called The Beaver. Is that Mel Gibson? He's not done a huge amount. Who else did we have? Stephen Kane. Stephen Kane, The Closer, Major Crimes, Alias, there's your J.J. Abrams connection. NCIS, Without a Trace, I mean they're all... I never watched Alias. NCIS is fine, Without a Trace is fine. It's not my kind of TV, but they have an audience and they've gone for many series. He's also worked on American Dad, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and The Last Ship. The Last Ship I did actually want to watch. So he's done considerably more. He's our showrunner. I mean, and this was matched last year, so he came on later into the project. But there's not a lot in there that screams Halo to me. Maybe The Last Ship, and I haven't seen it, and maybe I will now. Maybe I'll give that a go if I can find it. Because that's the closest thing that either of them have written to a sci-fi... I mean, Halo isn't post-apocalyptic, but it's in the middle of a grueling war. Set in space. So, yeah. Exec producers. The biggest name there is Spielberg. Spielberg loves Halo from what I've gathered. As an exec producer, I don't know how much say he's going to have in this. And even if he was directing it, writing it, doing everything, I don't know if Spielberg could do Halo well. I don't know a director who could, outside of Blomkamp. Neil Blomkamp's Halo, I will put a link in the description for Landfall. The Halo 3, 10-minute Halo 3 promo movie. Incredible. Neil Blomkamp also went on to do District 9 with a lot of the Halo props, which is really cool to see. He did Chappie, and he did the one with Matt Damon. I can't remember what it's called. But he would fit perfectly in this from everything that I've seen. I don't see this being good. I mean, Kiki Wolfkill's on it. She's 343. Otto Bathurst, what's he done? I know the name. He's worked on Peaky Blinders. People love Peaky Blinders. Teachers was great. I vaguely remember Hustle. Oh, he directed the first episode of Black Mirror. But he also did... I mean, that wasn't a bad Robin Hood film, actually. It felt more like a video game than a retelling of Robin Hood. Yeah, okay. People like his Dark Materials. Okay, so yeah, he's... That gives me a little hope. He's done things that I've seen and have enjoyed. I wouldn't necessarily say Halo. 2019, they've spent over 40 million on production costs. 5 filmed episodes to be re-edited under the coronavirus shutdown. 6th episode and reshoots are planned in Ontario, Canada. So they're shooting 6, 7, 8 and 9 left. It was meant to be a 10 episode series, but they shortened that down to 9. At what point a 343 who I'm led to believe are heavily involved in this, to the point that it's actually pulled their focus away from Infinite. At what point are we going to get Halo right from them? This is meant to be on Showtime first quarter of 2021, so this is imminent. This is going to be February, March, probably, unless it gets delayed because of everything that's going on in the world right now. We haven't seen a trailer. We haven't seen anything. A couple of pictures of Pablo Schreiber in Chief's armour, which look great, don't get me wrong. I think he's going to be very good. He has the size, he has the stature, and he has the ability to be the character, if it's written well. But Secret Hideout is not good for this. And I don't know why they're still getting work, because what they've done with Star Trek is terrible. I will hold out until we've seen the trailer. And I will watch if it comes over to the UK, and it should do. Don't know where, but it should do. If it comes, I will watch the first episode, and I will make my mind up from that. But I'm a die-hard Halo fan. And everything that I've heard, and everything that I've seen about this, which is limited, okay, it worries me. We need Halo done right. Halo 4 was fine. Halo 5 wasn't. And MCC has only just become the game that it should have been, properly optimised. We had a lot of problems when that came out. So as the holders of the Halo license, 343 have a lot of ground to make up for with Infinite, I think, personally. I will go into the games at a later date. But we've been looking at Halo as a movie for years. We've been trying to get something off the ground. It's never happened. This TV series has been in the works for 8 years, is it, at this point? Production was announced that Spielberg was attached to a Halo TV series disputed by Xbox Entertainment Studios. Well, they got canned pretty quickly. This has been going on since May 2013. We've seen nothing. I want it to be good. I want Infinite to be good. But I'm worried that 343 don't have their eye on the ball for either of these projects. And because of that, we're going to get poor workmanship on a TV series that has the potential to be as good as anything else out there. Maybe even as good as The Expanse. Because there is scope in Halo to tell some amazing, emotional and engaging stories. And we haven't seen anywhere near enough. We haven't seen any Halo, any new Halo, outside of a 20 minutes of CGI footage or in-game footage for anything since 2015. These are worrying times for me as a Halo fan. And I do not want this to go the way that Star Wars did, following Disney's acquisition so many years ago. And it's on that sad note that I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I should be optimistic. And I'll see you in the next one.